Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Taskmaster. Well, sort of. Normally we would start a new season on this Tuesday because it's the first Tuesday of the month, but currently Spartan is moving and he asked if we could push the next season out for 1 week. So that's what we decided to do, but I still wanted to do a little task in the meanwhile. So today we're going to have 3 ships of a class of our choosing, which is going to be battleships, heavy cruisers or lights. Destroyers aren't invented in this era. And torpedo boats are currently bugged because they still have that 12-inch armor belt. Battle cruisers simply do not exist yet. So it's going to be battleships, light cruisers, or heavy cruisers. And we get 3, the enemy gets 20, but they are slightly older. They're going to be Chinese ships. And let's see. I'm going to go with light cruisers. So it's going to be my 3 light cruisers versus their 20 light cruisers. The objective is straightforward, the most ships sunk wins. And this means that if you lose a ship, it's not going to be a problem. And the points that we score here have no impact on the following season. Now, 7-kilometer range is set for light cruisers. For battleships, it's going to be 12, and for heavy cruisers, it's going to be 8. This gives all ship classes, hopefully, the range at which they have at least a decent chance to start performing well. So let's set up my 3 light cruisers with a 10-year attack advantage versus 17 more light cruisers from the Chinese. Now I don't really have a lot of options. I got the semi-armored cruiser 1. I have the light cruiser 2 or the light cruiser 1. This one has displacement 3.5 to 7,000 tons. This one does too, but in a different configuration. This one seems to be favoring some larger guns and probably has more resistance. It has 55 resistance factor versus 25. Considering the amount of ships that I'm facing, I think survivability is going to be fairly important here. So let's upgrade my ship. Still so weird this. The game says, hey, you can have your light cruiser be 7,000 tons. And then it goes, nah, actually. 6,500 tons is plenty. So, which is it? Because it's either or, but then align this with that, with 7,000. Or say, you know, it's going to be 3,500, 6,500 tons. That makes more sense to me. I'm going to try and give my ships as many advantages when it comes to survivability as possible. And that means I get croup armor 1, double hull bottom. And we're going to throw on some towers. Accuracy, long range accuracy is really not important, but base accuracy is, which means the front tower 3 is what I'll pick, and then a rear tower 3. Yes, you can have torpedo launchers in this era, but only underwater tubes. You cannot have dual, triple, quadruple, or quintuple launchers anywhere. And I don't really have a lot of options here, but considering that these torpedoes can probably hit pretty hard, and sometimes the AI builds ships which are fairly terrible, I can maybe make these things work. So I'm going to take an increased complement of them. Funnel system. I'm not really planning on making a very fast ship, because this hull doesn't really lend itself very well to turning around, and without an auxiliary engine or a better propeller shaft, turning is going to be a problem. Also, engines in this day and age, 1900, are pretty bad. So I'll just leave this at a low 18 knots. It does mean that disengaging is not something I can do. When it comes to the guns, I think you can have either a single 7-incher there, or some 6 inches. Yeah, like that. Considering I'm probably engaging 1 target at a time, I think the 7-incher might do better. Because it's going to be probably damaging the target a little more, but... No buts. I cannot put any second or any more secondary, sorry, any more 6ers over there. But I could just about cram 2 6s side by side there, or line-wise. And this would give me 4 guns with a pen at, let's say, 5,000 meter range, or more likely 2,500 meter range of about 10 inches. I'm going to give them heavy shells, which gives me 10.5 inches of pen. And that's with gun cotton explosives, which you can upgrade to lyddite. That's great if you want to have something explode, most notably your own ship. When it comes to ballistite, I do get a little bit more shell damage as well as muzzle velocity, but I do not get more penetration. Muzzle velocity, I think, doesn't really help in the game. I'm not sure if it's actually modeled to do anything useful. Flashfire chance reduction is very welcome. So I have a pen of 10.5 inches, and these guns reload in 20 seconds, 19.7. I can upgrade that using enhanced loaders, and that gives me a reload of a little under 18 seconds. I also want to get more armor for the barbettes, so that's for the turrets, as well as gain a increased complement. We also have the ability to add casemate guns, but these are only 3 inchers, so their ability to pen ships is very limited. 2,500 meter range puts you at 5.7 inches, and considering that my armor, well, currently it's none, but I'm definitely going to up armor this thing as much as I can, which means 6 inches. I think 6 inches everywhere in the current configuration of the game. Even on the deck armor, which is ridiculous. I don't particularly need that, but I do want 6 inch on the turret, the conning tower, and the secondaries. What secondaries? Well, these secondaries. You're going to have these pretty much everywhere. There. Oh, hold on. Not there, because that's the area that the gun sits in. Can I put them here? Yeah, here is acceptable. And I think I might need to do that. So let's borrow these and put them over there. Remove that. I still have a slight 4 weight offset, but I still have to add a funnel for 120 tons. Unfortunately, it's not quite going to do that much for my 4 weight offset. Engine efficiency is a mere 50%. That's pretty bad. 56. 64. Well, we're getting somewhere, but 72. And this is 11 funnel cap, which puts me at 88. Whoops, I just moved the gun there. Oh well. Let's see, this is 260 tons. For 11, this is half for 90 tons. So, arguably these are more useful. But I wonder what they're going to do with smoke interference. Smoke interference is currently minus 36. If I add one of these, it's 22 per, and this is 12 per. Right, so you get less smoke interference. Smoke interference minus 3. Smoke interference 0. Still, it does not penalize my accuracy. And I still get good efficiency at slightly less tonnage. 180 tons versus 260. I'll take that. Let's push these things slightly further back. And unfortunately, there's not that much that I can do to fix that 4 weight offset. I think it's mostly due to these guns over here. Yeah, it's 3-4. I can maybe move this one notch. 2-7. I think that's about it. It's about as good as it's going to get. Anything else? Oh yes, a rangefinder. How about that? Gun aiming speed plus 15%, plus 7% for the aiming speed, but long range accuracy, no. I need short range accuracy, so gun base accuracy would be useful. Giving me 14 tons, and I have absolutely no idea what to put that on. This is going to make it a bit too heavy, but it does mean that I can do with just one funnel. Speed? Nope. Even half a knot is too much. Alright. Come on, drag it back to 17.5. There you go. Okay, fine. We're going to put on some deck armor, I guess. Put that to 2 inches, and can we get another 2 here? Just about. There we go. 2 and 1.9. Although at this range, I don't expect to take any hits on the deck, because that would mean the shell has to arc all the way up and all the way down, which I don't find likely. These are 12 tons, and I do not want to mess that 4 weight offset too much, because the guns are already inaccurate as hell as is. Okay, let's put the Brindisi and her 2 sister ships to the entirety of the Chinese fleet. Here we go. My 1 funnel light cruiser, or well, 1 funnel, 3 light cruisers versus their 20. They are somewhere to the north. Alright. I have light cruisers Umbria, Brindisi, and Giovanni Busan. And we are awfully slow, because we're not even doing 18 knots yet. Alright, detach all. Everybody's gonna fly solo. So you boys are to the north, huh? Unfortunately, without any kind of good optics / spotting capability, my capability to detect them is mediocre to really poor. Mostly really poor. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if I'm going to find these guys the moment that they're hitting 3 kilometer range. Something to that effect. Okay, Umbria is leading the charge. Not necessarily bad, but I would like to be able to concentrate firepower of several ships onto a target. So Brindisi is going to have to catch up. Contact. Range from the Umbria. 4.8 kilometers, not that bad. First of the Chinese ships. They are packing 2 single 6-inch guns and 4 single 3-inch guns. Very, very modest. Nevertheless, this is just the first of many. So let's see what they have in store. There we go, they have spotted me as well. Which way are you turning? You're turning starboard, so I'm turning to port. But in DZ that way, there's another one. Identification is going to go pretty quick, especially considering the range is so low, because we're doing battle at 3.7 kilometers out. Look at this little toy boat. I hope I have enough firepower to damage these things. If all else fails, I have the torpedoes. By the way, I think they might similarly struggle with trying to damage my light cruisers. Let's see. Chance to pen, 4%. They can pen, however, the turrets and the towers and the funnel. My chance to pen them is 88%. Nice. It's just that I can't hit them. They also come with torpedoes. These are 15-inch torpedoes. I didn't know you could get them that small. Effective to a range of 900 meters. And they only carry 4. But, again, there is 20 of these guys, which means they have the capability, if worst comes to worst, of throwing 80 torpedoes at me. And seeing whether one of them will be able to finish me off. I don't think so, because I do have some defenses in position. Anti-flood 2, I have a double hull bottom. But, for example, a torpedo blister has not yet been invented. So my capabilities of defeating torpedoes are very, very limited. The Dongying has taken a couple of hits, and despite having many bulkheads, they seem to be taking quite a lot of water. Down to 44%, 30, boom, flash fire, dead. First kill. Next target, Zhangzhou. And the Brindisi target Zhangzhou as well. Hit. Engine damaged and fire. I wonder what guns have done damage. Whoa, it was the 3-incher that caused the ammo to detonate. That's unexpected. The 3-inch gun? Okay, versus 0.5 inches of armor. 0.5. So that's probably 0.5 effective inches of armor, which means a slightly angled or 0.4 inches of armor. That's probably what's happening there. Now this is probably going to take a while. Umbria is going to take a ton of fire, but because of her armor, should suffer no serious damage. I'm not yet in torpedo range, it's 1.5 clicks out. But the Umbria... Hello. 800, 900 shells came in. Very, very few have hit. And the Italians stand proud. The problem with these particular designs is that it seems like the case-made guns are almost underwater. And I think that that is one of the reasons why they did away with them. Because they're just not really a comfortable workplace, shall we say. But then again, I suppose that goes for most of a warship. Everybody focus on the Yibin. Damage to the main tower and fire. I think the Yibin was able to disengage. As in, she's trying to fall back into a different position in her formation. Probably behind the Zhangzhou. These things are not very well protected against fires, are they? There's more fire on the ship. Rudder is damaged. The 6-inchers are really not even catching up to the amount of damage that those things are doing. Although for the Brindisi that's different. I think the secondaries of one of my ships have switched to the Zhangzhou again. And the Yibin could succumb to her flooding. Some light secondary damage, or damage to the secondary and the primary tower on the Umbrio. Switch to the Zhangzhou. Hold on, that's the Yulin. Oh, because the Yibin was hiding behind it. So the Yulin accidentally took a whole lot of damage. Boom! You get a turret, and you get a turret. Disco Inferno, look at that thing. I think that is actually Inferno. We got the... what's that? The Liao Yang. Sort of taking up position in front of the Zhangzhou. Which is something she might come to regret very soon. Giovanni Buzan, that way please. Focus on this. Don't target the Yibin, it's not worth it. It's too far away, you won't hit it. Trying to do damage against the Lao Yang while she's still in front of the other target. Hydrophones have not been invented. And their turning circle is 190? Damn, that's good. Then again, they're tiny ships, but 190? Damage to the engines. No, damage to the main tower. But a whole bunch of fires going on. What sort of propellant are you using? Black powder. From what I can tell, it's not strictly more or less susceptible to flash fires, but they seem to carry... well, they seem to have some issues with ammo detonations, to say the least. Torpedoes away from Brindisi. 2 torps. Which immediately get detected by Zhangzhou. I want to see what her turning is like. Look at that. This thing turns almost on the dime. But the torpedoes were launched from very, very close. 700 meters out. I do, however, see that ship survive that. As opposed to the Brindisi, which also got torped, but has a turning circle that's worse. Well, maybe. Turn, 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 turn. Boom. Dead. No, it survived. At 3 points of structural integrity. 3%. But the buoyancy is going to be an issue. There she goes. Unfortunately, the Brindisi is going to take a big chunk of damage here. Oh, and it's not the only one. Because I'm not paying attention to what the Busan is doing. Ow. That was a lot of damage. I should not push these ships into their formation. It's too dangerous. Unfortunately, I only put these launchers on the port and starboard side, not on the bow and the front. Or the bow and the stern. So my capabilities of launching torpedoes at the Ding Zhao are very limited. Brendryen is taking a lot of water. Which means that she, as a firing platform, is not quite out of the fight, but far less reliable. We got the woohoo over there. Ding Zhao goes down. Now finish off the Laoyang. Giovanni Buzan survived her torpedo so far. Brindisi is still flooding. With 2 damaged engines, it's going to be rough. Really rough. Let's see if we can get the port torpedoes to do some damage against the woohoo. I kind of doubt it. Woohoo detected the launch. It's so weird to keep saying that. But it looks like she's going to get smacked by those torps. Or is she? Oh. AI precognition does it again. They just did it again. This is why I generally don't launch torpedoes at the AI unless it is point blank range. My light cruisers don't turn anywhere near as well as those do. So the Brindisi is going to get hit. And she's going to get torpedoed. And she's probably going to flood. The Wu Wai got hit once by a 6-incher. And immediately exploded. Very good. That's one less to worry about. Brindisi is flooding badly. 5%. I think she's going to go down. She's getting peppered from all over the place. But she has done a lot of damage. She's done 5.2k, but taken 1800. And, remarkably, she's still in this fight. At 4% buoyancy and 22% structural integrity. But now, the Fuxin launches again. And that's probably death. Because I have no recourse. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, I got hit and sunk. That's to be expected. I always have this tendency to skirmish, brawl at very, very short range. And, well, if you brawl with this many ships at short range, you're going to get burned. And mostly torped. Let's see if we can torpedo the Tai Zhao. Come on. Obey me. That is torpedo range. 1.5. Yep. Let's launch torpedoes from 2 different angles and see if we can get some hits. The Tai Zhao is going to be probably rushing one of my ships in the form of the Giovanni. I have torps out from the Giovanni. Tai Zhao turns to starboard and perfectly well dodges these things. Without a worry in the world. I, unfortunately, am not as unworried. Look at that. Torps there and there. I am not as unconcerned as they are. Because the woohoo is once again coming in. Just casually dodging torpedoes. As one does with a turning circle of 190 meters. And now I have to keep dancing around these damn torps. Come on. Get your ammo detonated. First one's free. Oh dear. Make yourself as small of a profile as possible. Throw everything you have at the woohoo. I want your secondaries on the woohoo as well. Actually, all your guns. The Fuxin dies to heavy flooding. Hold on. How did that happen? You? Oh, you got torpedoed. For almost 3,700 points of damage. Right. So, my torpedoes, right, which have a range of 1.5 kilometers, were launched from about here. I don't think they should have had that range, but sure. Woohoo's still not launching her torps. Go away. I don't want to hit you with my sword. Seriously, go away. Because you want to hit me with a torpedo, and I am entirely uninterested. There's another torpedo threat, one click out. And unfortunately, Giovanni is having a lot of trouble running away from that. Woohoo's starting to flood. Come on. Couple more hits on the bow. We might be able to open up that ship a bit more and flood her out. Taizhao has not yet launched her torps. Neither has the Zhanyang, but I'm kind of expecting that. I am expecting her to launch her torps soon. You know what? Just launch if you can. Torpedo in the water. Origin, Zhanyang. Unfortunately, I might not be able to dodge that. I have a good engine efficiency, but acceleration on these things leaves a lot to be desired, so I don't think I can just speed up to 18 knots. Well, maybe I can. Woohoo is down. Finally. Yeah, Umbria's fine. The torpedoes from the Giovanni Busan have scared off the Taizhao. And now we can fire at the Zhanyang. I'm not counting how many ships I've sunk, because I'm a bit busy trying to keep everybody else alive. They only have 2 launchers, right? Port and stern? Sorry, no, they got 4 of them. Every direction. Lovely. Now, I think I have enough ammo, especially for the 3-inchers, to continuously deal damage against them. It's the torpedoes that I'm worried about. Their torpedoes, not mine. Whoa! Shenyang detonated. That seems to happen a lot with these. And then I think the flash fires are a secondary effect. The turret popping experience. Taizhao, flooding, slowing down dramatically. Torpedo's been destroyed. That's what I like to see. And the Umbria, at her good speed of almost 16 knots, can pretty easily catch up to the Taizhao and finish her off. But if I do that, I do risk running into the last launcher that they might have available. Destroyed another torpedo launcher. Flooding. Dead. Taizhao is gone. Next. Jinyi. There's another one up there. There's not much that I can do about that, unfortunately. But Jinyi's already taken a lot of damage. Good work. Starting to flood. 3 compartments on her stern, 2 on her bow. She's going to be dead very soon. What hit you? 1 6-inch and a couple of 3-inch. Yeah, that should be her done. Oh, this is when the Chinese super damage control party kicks in, but not against a flash fire, it doesn't. And they get another flash fire, and I think they launched both of their 6-inch turrets. 2 there. Several more there. Sort of keeping them at 2-kilometer range to try and not get torpedoed at that 900-meter range that they have. Umbria still has torps, but I'm very much doubting that they'll hit anything. Because they get detected easily, and they promptly get dodged. Flooding. That was a 6-incher. Yep. Right on the stern belt extended. Keep smacking that light cruiser around. This one's getting a bit too close. Damage by the 3-inchers is double that of the 6-inchers. They have detonated... They have caused 3 ammo detonations so far, and the 6-incher only 1. That's impressive. These guys have caused 2 ammo detonations and a total of 4,500 damage, versus 934 with no ammo detonations from the Giovanni. Focus fire. We need another light cruiser dead. What are you doing? You're trying to encircle me. There goes that one. Next this is Jingzhou. Smoke up. You could use it. Oh shit, you're way closer than I'd expected. Range 900 meters. That means you are well within your torpedo range. That is absolutely not where I want to be. Engine damaged. Good. Slow that thing down. Because they're capable of doing 18 knots. And that means that... Oh. Never mind. Pop goes the turret. Next. Jiangsheng. Or Jiangcheng, maybe. I don't know any Chinese. I'm just trying. Let's see. We have visual contact with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cruisers. And some of these are actually starting to push in. There's another one. This battle's not over yet. That one's starting to flood seriously. 3 compartments. 4 compartments. Punch it. This is when those 3-inchers are going to come in. Very useful. Come on. Flood them out. Got him. Down. Portside guns on the Lin Shui. Torp them if you have them. We're going to try and launch a cross torp here against this Lin Shui. Try and cut them off. By providing fire from here and here, I'm hoping that I can pen both the side and the bow, causing to a lot more fire very quickly. But Lin Shui is turning around. She's probably trying to fall back in the formation with the Akshu. Oh, sorry, Aksu. Oh shit, there's 2 more of them. Switch your fire to the Zhaoxing. .4, 2.3 range relative, 1-1. Torpedoes away. Starboard side against the Zhaoxing. Zhaoxing is starting to turn, but a little late. That's gonna hurt. A lot. Boom. 2100 damage, and it also caused the Altai to turn around. Okay, that's the Zhaoxing gone. I wasn't planning on hitting this one with a torpedo, nor will I, but it's a nice side effect to have these guys get pushed away. Also, the Lin Shui got properly dissuaded from attacking further. Carry on. Fire on the Altai. I have done almost 10 times the amount of damage that they have done. That's a lot of damage. Let's not torp this guy. I don't see the reason yet. Although I still carry quite a few torps on me. Oh, she is becoming a threat. She's in her torpedo range. Smoke up, turn away. Not that smoke will defend you against a torpedo attack, but every bit helps. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! I refuse. Boom. What? You did get hit by a torp? You got hit by 2 torps. Oh, this is going to be uncomfortable. Just dodge. Yes, we're gambling. Just dodge. Just dodge your fucking loot boxes. Alright, the Giovanni Busan. Not my healthiest cruiser, but I think we're down to the last 3, so we might be able to risk a bit more. Got the Aksu, Lin Shui, and the Beihai. Or Beihai. So let's try and get over there at some speed and deal some damage against them. Oh, crap. Not the last 3, there's more. Come on, my little toy boat. Get out there and use the 6-inch guns, or preferably the 3-inch guns, to punch some holes in their ammo storage. Because it seems to be working so far. Aksu is still broadside to me. I'm going to slow her down more, 6 knots. Make the Giovanni exceptionally turnable? Agile. Let's go with agile. Umbria rushing in, trying to defend the wounded Giovanni Busan. Turn. 1.2 kilometer range. Torpedo if you can. Torpedoes away. Port side, launcher, Giovanni Busan. Aksu detects. Turns away. That's good. I've dissuaded them from their attack. And hopefully it's going to keep them well outside that 900 meter range of theirs. I don't mind spending 2 torpedoes just to keep their torpedo ship away. I still have 4 torps here and another 4 there. Turn them off. Unless otherwise directed. Aksu's coming in again. Range 1-1. She can still try to torpedo me. Umbria is pushing in dangerously close here. Come on. Do I still have enough casemates? 3 inches port side? A few. Aksu's starting to flood. That's what I wanted to see. Range 1-9. That's safe for the Umbria. Torpedo in the water. The Giovanni was already turning. So she should be fine. There's another torpedo in the water. That was both the port launcher and the bow launcher on the Aksu, I think. But unfortunately for her, it's not going to work. Because I was already in the turn. And whereas normally I have a turning circle of 492, I now have a far better turning circle. Now I know that these torpedoes probably won't hit, but they might also force the Beihai to turn away. There we go, the Aksu is no longer a threat. Umbria, get in there. Who are you? Oh, that's the damaged Yibin that we saw earlier. Yeah, let's push on the Lin Shui. Are these actually the last couple of cruisers? I would very much hope so. This ship has done 8,700 damage. And taken 771. And that is including a torpedo hit that she survived. Umbria has done 20,000 damage. Causing 6 ammo detonations and launching successfully, hitting successfully with 4 torpedoes. So this one has done more than half of the damage that I've done in total. This one light cruiser. Yeah, that's the damage to Yibin. With a turning circle, base turning circle of 190 and a damaged engine, you're slow. So your turning circle will improve, but it probably evens out with a... Crap, there's another one. With a damaged rudder. Engine damaged on the Lin Shui. Structural slowly dropping. Giovanni, are you still dodging torps? Well, you're going to be soon. Unless you can sink the Beihai very, very quickly. Let's finish off the Yibin. Turn to port. Do not get into torpedo range of the Yibin. Accuracy decent. I'm not going to waste any torps on that. Hello. Oh, it's the Laoyang. It's another one of the damaged ones. Uh-oh. Beihai is 1 kilometer out. That is about 100 meters outside of her torpedo range. She's flooding again. But she's fighting it very, very quickly. Yibin sinks to heavy flooding. Well done there to the Umbria. Okay, back to the Umbria. We need to deal with the... Yeah, with what, actually? Let's finish off this guy. And the Giovanni's gonna have to fend for itself for a little bit. Torpedo, starboard launcher, target Lin Shui if you can. I know the Beihai seems crippled, but it's really not. Flooding on the Lin Shui, that was a 3-inch hit. Lin Shui detected the torpedoes launched by the Giovanni. And she is turning to dodge. Is she gonna away? Yeah, she'll get away with that. Well... Oh! Close. But she got away with it. Umbria? Are you done yet? No, not quite. Come on, Giovanni. You got 2 fairly heavily damaged cruisers here. So... let's see if we can finish them off. Nice and proper, even though we don't have any torpedoes left. Nor do we seem to have any speed left. We're now at 4 knots. 5 knots. There we go. We at least have some maneuverability left. 8.5 knots. I think the ship is too much in a turn to actually be useful there. Come on. Alright, let's see. Oh, that was fairly quick. That was the Beihai. By the way, you might have now some noise in the background. I was recording this video while my kid was sleeping, and he woke up. So, at some point, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna proceed. He's playing in the background, hopefully not making too much noise, while I finish off these last 2 cruisers. At least, I think it's the last 2. We're still at 1800 meters, so we're safe. There you go. He's starting to talk. He's now saying ba ba ba. So it's getting pretty close to dad. I like it. Anyway, Liao Yang 1.5. Actually, today, or rather the day that this video is going live, which is Tuesday, Taskmaster Tuesday, is Quinn's birthday. He has turned 1 today. It has been quite the journey from this little defenseless creature to a kid, 1 year old, that... oh, shit. That walks, starts to talk, eats. I mean, it's not like he didn't eat when he was... yeah, I know, when he was just born. But different. Different. Now, it looks like these torps on the Liao Yang should be able to finish her off, but I'm concerned about the longevity of the Busan. Oh, come on. How did you not die? There's survivability. Look at that buoyancy. Huh. Anyway, when it comes to this task, I have been able to sink all 20 ships. Work in progress. And I have lost 1. I'd say the tiebreaker... we didn't really agree on this. This is sort of a small intermittent task. The tiebreaker, in case there are multiple taskmasters who have managed to perform at this level, is the fastest time. And mine is about 1.5 hours. If the Lin Shui actually would decide to go down, but seemingly she does not. 12%, no, 13, 14, 13. This compartment here is struggling to fill up. At this rate, we're just going to burn her down, though. Just start all the fires, but I'm very concerned that she's going to launch 1 more torpedo before she goes down. And there is not a thing that I can do to stop it, because I'm completely dead in the water. Here it comes. Torpedo away. Oh no. No, please hit a compartment that... Oh, yep, well. Oh, I got torped, but I survived. So I'm going to call that a win. 2 ships lost. Sorry, 2 ships survived, 1 ship lost. All 20 light cruisers from the Chinese have been sunk. And that was done in about 90 minutes or so. Check out the other 2 guys, Brother Monroe today and Spartan... No, sorry, not Spartan. A Serious Strategy Gamer, linked down below in the description. And next week there will be a standard task. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for more.